With great animation and story comes great responsibility. Or something like that. At least, Gintama hasn't quite learned the message, but it is on its way to showing us something truly amazing. A story of all four of the main samurai. Katsura, Takasugi, Sakamoto, and of course, double-chinned, extra chonky Gintoki. But I think you know what I need, because it's the same thing we all really want, and that's just to see more faces that will make us wet ourselves in anticipation for the final battle that is to come up ahead. But to get there, we have to see some more. With the murder of crows in front of them, really challenge them at every stage. Their conviction to protect everything has never changed. Their strength of being who they are in samurai. The only thing that has changed over the years is the amount of people following them. For better and worse, actually. But let's not forget that alongside this intense battle with forces of power way above their own even understanding, with the power of kind of friendship win through at the end of the day. And let's not forget the Yato. You've got Kagura joining in with this fight to find her brother, stop what's going on with the family dispute. Is it going to happen simultaneously or put it on hold after we have this? This big battle. Yeah, but death isn't the handicap it used to be. Especially when it comes to named characters in Gintama. Each for their own reason, they need the others to keep breathing. I think they need new translation software. Even in dire times, they're not ones to. Well, could explain a lot. This is where we're going already. I think the message got through. Just be glad it's only spit and phlegm. You see, all they needed was someone to focus all of their bodily fluids on. That way they can fight together truly. It burns for battle. Tanks? You've now got quadruped tanks? Where do these come from? Why were they using foot soldiers if they've got things like that? If he's in striking distance. Otherwise, he would evade capture of... and be able to protect everything. How much stake did he put in his sensei that that's the view he had of him before? A fight that he had been waging for centuries. And the downfall of Utsuro being the very students that he raised himself. Limiters have been removed. With Elizabeth manning the charge, we know things are going to go exceedingly well. But in that respect, it also drew them together. To think that those kind of machines are so susceptible to slashing attacks. Yeah, okay, maybe don't destroy them if they can use them for their own good. If you've just brought out these giant mechanical monstrosities and are losing all of your foot soldiers to 4 people... Sure, there's, like, all the others, like Shinpachi and Elizabeth and whatnot, but... how dare Gintoki manage to get his back to the wall already against such a simple enemy? Okay, I was wondering what kind of comeback Gintoki would have, but that's not too bad. It almost seems like it would be a interesting fight now. But yeah, this battle is far from over. But also the headshot that we got just then, I did not expect to see such graphic detail. It's just having fun with those lot once more. Ah. The classic bait techniques. This time, the battle they're holding is more than just the four of them. They've got so much more at their disposal. Hopefully, there'll be a lot more standing by the end of it as well. Shinpachi has to prove himself now. Being given this kind of task by Takasugi himself. And of course, seeing Sadaharu leap through the battlefield like this as well. Being the cavalry we needed. Oh no. He's coming down into the fray himself. This is not his fight to do now. They're being pushed back on all sides. The rabble itself isn't strong enough to stand up against the defense here. What kind? Not Umibozu, but someone just as scary. Flat on your ass. That's where you are. I see some morons have been planted in the side of the cliff. Yeah. If by the end of it that's the only possible outcome. But I think this is just a stopping point before his actual conflict. This is just something to do while he's waiting. And he needs two guys just to carry his sword? Well, he didn't last long. That's one way to... You can't split someone in half and then make a pun! That would definitely create some division amongst the ranks. It was only a matter of time before he showed himself. I don't think we always need such a strong opener when someone appears to really show their strength or conviction. And those that attack their commanders aren't fit to serve. They didn't really have a choice in that one, did they? Didn't your parents raise you right? Looks like he's still in for some lessons. That was the final straw, the one thing he couldn't abide by. There are greater things at stake right now, but this seems like so much fun. A true battle for the ages here. A back and forth where it actually looks somewhat tied. Until one side falters. The entire planet itself looks to be in danger. Is this the only reason he kept growing stronger? How dare he try and act like a father and cool down and not want to be completely consumed by bloodshed all the time? Well, I don't think that's entirely true. There might be just one being who could put the brakes on it all. I don't think that they'll go back to just being a family quite like that, but it's a start. Just keep heading in the direction that all of the devastation is. With this kind of battle culminating just one or two big fights against named characters, the kind of ragtag rank and file Should probably just vacate the area. Did he dislocate his shoulder in order to do that? I heard a crunch. Yep. There it is. There's another one. Yeah, I think his grand plans of raising his sister to get a rise out of the father isn't going to go quite how he sees it. He just stops dead in his tracks there. She's about to show him what true strength is. What, in a bid to hide the weaknesses and put on a brave straight face, as she's putting it, he went on this crusade. Yep, she's just put on quite a few pounds by having an everlasting stomach. That's her way of training for this fight. Well, seems like you found somewhere else. This is coming down. Spidey senses. Oh no. Okay, that's a killing intent. Anyone could be able to immediately understand. And something that anyone will be able to... Someone else just losing more body parts. Losing arm seems to be the Yato's kind of de facto injury. All fights don't matter when Utsuro steps down. As to be expected. Of course, it would come to that as soon as he appears. Episode over. Nothing to see now. You have to wait for more. But along with the story of the four there now coming together, fighting side by side once again, you've got the family who are torn apart. I think with the now immediate danger of Umibozu being attacked by Utsuro, Gintoki, Shinpachi, and Sadaharu, most importantly, racing towards the scene. You've got the important actors, the family, and then the family. The odd jobs is of itself like a little dysfunctional little family as well, isn't it? This battle you've got the presence that is Kamui being wanton disaster onto his father. A fight that has been talked about, kind of bubbling away in the background. We knew it was going to blow up big. But then for Kagura just to step in, it's like, you're not strong, you're just a little bitch. You've been crying about this for years. Get over yourself. We're all hurting, we're all mad. That's what it means to be a family, apparently. What will it take for Kamui to really kind of put his anger aside for the time being? The fact that Utsuro is now interfering with their fight? Just like Gintoki and Takasugi, no one's allowed to actually take his head but me, so you just have to take a ticket, wait in line. And with Kagura now getting a big limelight with her family storyline, I like that Shinpachi got his own little segment, riding in on his white steed. With Shinpachi being kind of the butt of the joke a lot of the time, actually seeing him be kind of instrumental in part of the flow of the story is something we needed from our little glasses boy. And with Sakamoto being the only one amongst them that wasn't an actual student of Shoyu, but still a key member of their little group on the battlefield, being a true samurai. I like how he took that moment to be like, he was a bit introspective about it, thinking about his place. But it's still fun to be there, fighting, having each other's backs. But how do you end an immortal being being kept alive by the energy of a planet? Apart from having his old self kind of reawoken from the depths of whatever internal conflict he's having, I feel like this one is going to be a very drawn-out battle, or something incredibly stupid. Though in Gintama, just after the decisive kind of blow is being took, something dumb, little punny moment. That's all we get for watching Gintama, so hopefully you have enjoyed, because I know by hell I have. Seeing the fights like they are, people being gunned down left, right and centre, having all of the training that the crows have to be this kind of feared force, really just being swept under the fray of battle by people who just, well, actually have something to defend. But with all that going on, there's a lot to think about, and also at the same time, not a lot. Keeping it streamlined is relatively easy, especially if you want to see something cool. Keep the scale down so that the budget can go into all the other stuff. We're definitely seeing it here. Especially, I think, since being moved onto a later slot, they're able to get away with a few more things. But if you've enjoyed, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider joining onto the channel if you haven't already. Maybe head over to my Discord. I am butchering a lot of my words, so if you can still understand me, congratulations. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest. I'll see you in the next one. My patrons are the kind parents who, despite my many failings, have yet to actually raise a hand against me. And to avoid any sort of repercussions, I just need to keep watching more anime. Luckily, I believe there's something I can do. So I need to thank Electricand, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sao, Shiwan, Mats, Girly, Cardboard, Croyville, Gintaman, Jennifer Rojas, Darkshadow7899, Jeremiah Tima, Finesse Kid, and everyone else. We can have our arguments and fall out, but overall, we're really just here to enjoy ourselves.